Hey guys, welcome back to a video. It's been a couple of weeks and I'm sorry. There's also another video that I've filmed a lot for, but that was like probably beginning of November, end of October, and that's because I had my final exams at the beginning of November, and so like pretty much the week before and the week after, well I guess the couple of weeks after, I just had zero time, zero mental capacity to film a video, but I've been thinking about it and I've been trying to figure out what it is I want to film right now, because the previous video that I filmed, I might still upload some clips from it in a different video, but it didn't pan out the way I was hoping for, so I have to figure out something to do with those clips that I filmed. But I wanted to upload something, and so I thought I would enter myself into the world of BookTube. If you don't know what BookTube is the world in YouTube that is dedicated to reading books and discussing books and showing the hauls of things that you get. And I have been an admirer of BookTube for about a year, or just over a year now, and it got me back into my love of reading a lot. And it was also last year that I discovered that in a city nearby we have here in Germany an American library, so there are only English books at this specific library. It's at like an old American military base. There's no military there now, it's not even used for American purposes at all, but this like old American library is still going strong, and it was like heaven come true for me when I discovered this, because the library just gives me like a feeling of being at home. Because when I was a kid, I go to the library, not like super often, but when I did go, I would always have like this thought in my mind, like I'm gonna read every single book that is in this library. I never did, obviously, but it was like some kind of goal that I used to have. And often when I think about home, think about my hometown, I think about the library, and that library isn't in the same building anymore, but it still gives me very much home feelings when I just think about memories of being there. So discovering this library was like a dream come true for me. It has been like an oasis, a place that I go to pretty much every week, because I have therapy in the same city every week. So while I'm there, I stop at the library. Just yesterday, I stopped at the library again, and I kind of went on overdrive on the books that I rented or borrowed. I figured I would enter myself into the world of BookTube by sharing with you the books that I have borrowed, checked out, and just showing you what I got. So the first book I'm going to show you is the book You by Kepnes, and if you have seen the Netflix series You with, oh my gosh, what is his name? Penn Badgley, something like that. Penn Badgley, I think. The guy who plays Dan in Gossip Girl. He plays like this really creepy stalker guy in the Netflix series You, and I first saw the series, and when I was at the library, I was just looking for a different kind of book to read, because we are planning on moving at some point, and so I'm trying to really squeeze out the library as much as I can, read as many books as possible before having to leave it, which is honestly gonna break my heart. But I was just like scanning the bookshelves and I saw this book and I was like, yes, I really want to read the book, because I like the series. I don't want to say I love the series, but I really did enjoy the series, and so I decided I'd try out the book. And this is the book I'm currently reading. I'm on page 170 right now. I've been reading it for about a week, and on page 4 I like turned to Misha and I was like, this book is so good. It's like so captivating, and it's just a different style of writing. Like it's so interesting being from the perspective of the creepy guy, like the monster, I guess. I can only like picture Penn Badgley as this guy because I think in the series he plays it so well, and then when you read the book you're like, wow, that was like a really good book to series adaptation, to be honest. It's so interesting, and I figured even though Halloween is over, I still kind of wanted to read a thriller, and just until I get into my Christmas season. So that is the first book that I have checked out of the library. The next books are in no particular order of the order I want to read them. It's just the stack that I have right next to me. But this next book is Voyager by Diana Gambaldon, and this is the third book in the Outlander series. I read the first two books the past year or so, past 2 years, and I am obsessed with the series, the TV series, and that got me into wanting to read the books. And I really enjoyed the first book because I also really enjoyed the first series of Outlander, and then once I read the second book I was like kind of starting to lose interest, and I don't think it's necessarily based off of the storyline that made me lose interest, but rather I don't know if I'm really an historical fiction kind of girl. There was just like a lot of like historical background to it, and I was like, I just think this is really boring and I just want to get to the Jamie scenes. Yeah, I just like romance. I like the story between Claire and Jamie, and so after finishing the second book I was like, I don't know if I want to continue reading this series, maybe just like continue watching it, even though I'm not loving the new like episodes that are coming out. I think the first season was probably the best one, but when I was at the library yesterday, I saw the third book and I was like, do I want to give it a chance again? Maybe, probably. Okay, I'll check it out, and if I don't read it, that'll be fine, no pressure. And it's very daunting to me because this book is 1,059 pages, and that is probably the fattest book I have ever read. And so this is extremely daunting, and the chapters are long, and I hate long chapters, and the font is very small, and I just can imagine that I would like need 3 months at least to read this. But I decided to like just check it out because I have, once Christmas comes around, I mean, we can't really do a lot, so maybe I'll have time to get into it, but we'll see. It's just gonna wait until I get through my other books, and if I have time and if I have the energy or the willpower to start reading this book, then I will. So that's one of the books. At the library yesterday, there's also a cart of Christmas books. They took out all of their Christmas books from the cellar and had it all on a cart. And I really want to get into reading books based on seasons. And so I kind of want to start getting into books that have to do with like a winter setting or Christmas time. And so I picked up some Christmas books, and this first book is called Old Christmas by Washington Irving, and I have no idea what it's about. It looked cool. I think the cover is really pretty, and it's very classic. It has some like little doodles and drawings in it, and it looks like a very easy book to read. I don't know, I just want something classic for Christmas, so that's book numero uno for Christmas. The next Christmas book is, well, I don't know if it's a Christmas book, but it's a winter book. It's called The Greenglass House. This book was read and recommended by a booktuber that I like to follow, Darling Desi. She read this book. It's a middle grade book, and I thought it looked really cute. It's a winter theme, and I do enjoy children's books or middle grade books. I was surprised that my library had it because I didn't think it was like, I don't know, that popular of a book. Yeah, I want to give this one a go. The next book I found in the adult section. It was also on like some kind of list of like best books to read in December or something. And this is A Wedding in December by Anita Shreve. And it's about December, I guess. It's winter themed. I don't know if it's Christmas themed at all, but I don't know. I'm trying to expand my horizons outside of contemporary young adult romance. So this is an adult book that I'm gonna try and get into. Also on the Christmas bookshelf was The Girl Who Saved Christmas by Matt Haig. And I originally was looking for the book The Boy Who Saved Christmas from Matt Haig. I didn't know that there was one about a girl who saves Christmas, but I only saw this one, even though I know that the library has A Boy Who Saved Christmas. They were actually gonna put it on hold for me. I don't know if they did that. This looks like a really cute children, like middle grade children's book about Christmas, and it's cute. A Girl Who Saved Christmas, heck yeah. It also has like cute drawings in it, and I love that. Also on the Christmas card I found Christmas in the Snow by Swan. And truly there's like no reason why I picked up some of these Christmas books other than it has to do about Christmas and it's a winter theme. That's honestly it. I have no idea what it's about. I'm assuming it's some kind of love story. I haven't even read the back of it, but probably just like your typical adult novel, I guess. The final Christmas book that I picked up is the Penguin Book of Christmas Stories, and I think it's just like a book of short stories from different authors that have to do with Christmas theme. Why not? And the final book that I picked up, I'm kind of excited to read because it's very different to me. I like reading novels. And this is a graphic novel. This is a picture book, I guess you could call it, but it's an adult comic graphic novel. Well, I guess it's not a graphic novel, it's more just like comics. But I saw this book. It's called I Will Judge You by Your Bookshelf by Snyder. I saw this book on the Goodreads top 2020 books list for comics and graphic novels, and I was like, I think I've seen that at the library, and if it made it onto Goodreads like top list, that's pretty dang good. So I decided I might as well pick it up, because why not? And I just want to expand my reading horizon, pick up a comic book, why not? I don't know, it feels cool when you like read through a book quickly. Like this is probably something I could just like read in a day, or like an hour. Yeah, I just think it's cute. So that big chunk is all the library books that I have. And since I previously mentioned that we are looking to move sometime soon, so I will not have the library near me anymore. I'm trying to just like read as many books from the library as possible while I'm still here, because I do have like a to be read list for my books here at home, but I just like don't want to touch them unless I like can't go to the library anymore. So they're on hold until I can no longer visit the library and check out books. So that's why I have this humongous stack. I don't know if I will read all these books. I'm also still waiting on some books I put on hold that I want to read, like Midnight Sun, and I think I even put Twilight on hold again because I haven't read that since, I don't know, freshman year of high school, so over 10 years. The first time I read it, it was in November, like around Thanksgiving, and now that it's end of November now, I'm kind of like getting this feeling of like, I don't know, I kind of want to read Twilight again. Do you guys know what I mean? Like certain things are set in certain, usually like set in the memory at certain months, and so when that month rolls around, you're like, man, I kind of want to do that thing again. So that's what Thanksgiving is to me, reading Twilight. And so I think I'm gonna read those once they're in, and I think I have another thing on hold, but I can't remember what it is. I'm gonna do my best to get through these books, and no pressure on me to actually finish them. And I'm trying to... So no pressure on me to read these books. This is the next to my head. Either I have a giant head or these are just a lot of books. I'm gonna read as much as possible because I don't have to study anymore, which is awesome. And maybe sometime around Christmas I might do like a review of some of these books. I don't know. Thank you for hanging out with me. Let me share my books with you. Let me know if you're currently reading anything down below. I'm always looking to expand my to be read list on Goodreads. So if you're on Goodreads, add me. I'll try and figure out if I can add a link in the description box for you to find me and add me as a friend or follow me. It's probably my favorite social app. Well, it's not the one I visit the most, but I really just love books. So we'll leave it at that. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.